actually
I'm just
record
gonna
it.
record it from now on. I'll
Oh,
just
yeah.
record it all, and I
Mhm.
can edit it if we're, just sitting in silence for ages or something. But even then, I
Yeah,
used to
cut it
put
out.
up on the channel. I used to even put up that we were just sitting in silence, like at times.
Yeah, yeah, because the ambient sounds are good to listen to as well. But a lengthy a lengthy pause would be like everyone's muted. That would be pretty awful for viewers.
Mhm.
Unless we state in the description that
Just
from
imagine.
Hello, can
minutes
you hear me?
to yeah,
Can you guys? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
yes. Can you hear me? And then you muted. Oh,
Oh,
okay. He's probably having a bit of trouble.
Emily muted me.
No, I
What
didn't
a
mute.
fucking yeah, you did. Nah, I don't know.
No, I didn't.
I muted myself. I don't know how to do it.
I love your name, Emily Moon. Really nice.
I don't remember putting my Zoom account as that, but that's what it is. Zoom. Let's set the settings of the screen. Saturation. Contrast.
Mm.
I'm a bit quiet today, Michael. I just am quiet. But yeah.
Can you guys hear music?
Yeah, I've got my
No.
TV working. I'm trying to work out the why I can't see the screen on the thing.
I need to mirror your. You need to share your screen on your phone. I'm playing music in the background and I can hear it, and that's mad. So then when I get home, I can turn it off. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll show you Kane Coulter melting to
oh, come on, man. Love me.
No, I did not start recording the screen. Tricky.
Call it what you will, call the spirits, go, call it going blind. Really, I don't mind. I am happy now. I'm feeling fine. Oh, from nothing.
This music's a little bit nicer.
Mm, yeah.
There's some pretty interesting stuff on the floor.
Yeah, I walked past a house where I used to buy weed from,
Mhm.
and funnily enough, the dog from the house was out the front, and it ran straight up to me, and then it slowed
Mhm.
down and started doing this cute little wobble walk towards me with its head
Mhm.
down, like we've met before.
Yeah,
And I acted
interesting.
like we have, and then she laid on her back.
Yeah,
She was a staffy. I sort of shit myself for a
yeah,
second. I'm like, I'm gonna get bitten, but
yeah,
she sat down like she
yeah,
was worshipping me in a sense, and
yeah,
she rolled onto
yeah.
her
Good
stomach
vibes.
and wanted a pat on the stomach. And she was a girl. I thought
Yeah,
it was a boy. And
That's good.
that was so amazing. I've never even met her before, but it felt like we'd known each other for so many
Yeah,
years.
that's crazy. I wonder what they
Mm.
can see that we can't. I reckon they must be able. They can tell vibes
Yeah,
like
auras
without
and who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
It's good when people
then I
can
walked.
perceive your vibe accurately. Like you feel comforted.
Yeah, and I
Dogs are
walked up to the
so
front
yeah.
door. I knocked on the door, pressed the doorbell twice. No one answered, but the door was
Yeah.
ajar. So I opened the door and the dog walked straight in. And I said, Nikki, which is the owner's name. I said, Nikki, your dog's home. And then I walked off.
Why not?
Yeah, she
Getting
didn't
around the
answer the
community.
door.
Yeah.
She must have been having a
Yeah.
bong out the back or something.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well, if you got
awesome.
no fear, then you can walk confidently into any home. Yeah,
Walk through the fire.
exactly. You got nothing to fear. It's like I'm just a dude with a dog. Here's your dog. They could be gangsters, and they'd be like, "Oh, thanks, dude." Yeah. But if you're in fear, then you know, it's another story.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, beautiful.
I should go and see my puppies. Actually, damn it. Oh, I should have done that. That's the one thing I wanted to do today. Oh,
Yeah, I really heard you mention that earlier.
hmm.
How was your early morning? Who won the soccer?
They won 2-0.
Who?
It was good. It was really good. And
Yeah,
I went to bed straight afterwards because I needed to sleep. But so I'm like, yeah, it's the like the Europa League. It was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
really easy game, so it was good to watch. It was good to watch him play a shit team and win. Yeah,
No.
good. I have a few connections to the material world, which is soccer. I just love watching Chelsea, and that's about
Yeah,
it.
well,
Brisbane
it's
Lions
good that,
actually. I like the footy, and
yeah,
they won this year, which is good. But yeah,
we can find therapy like in doing human
yep,
being activities, I
exactly,
feel. So
exactly.
like this
It
one, just
reconnects you
for
to
instance, yeah, it makes you feel like you're part of humanity, when
exactly.
sometimes we don't feel a part of humanity because we are so enlightened or we're so on a
Yep.
different level that,
Hmm.
you know, like someone once told me, they're like, when you look at somebody and you look away and look back, if they look away, you're in a dream. And it
Yeah.
happens so many times to me where I'll look at somebody just because I want to smile and then they'll look away
Yeah.
and I'll look back at
Oh.
them and they look back at me. And then it's like, oh, thanks for the dance.
Wow. Yeah, thanks for dancing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? That's crazy. Oh, that's got
Yeah.
goosebumps.
I
Yeah.
just got
I think
home.
the part of Ascension is to realize that once we get to the top of a tree, we are at the bottom
Yeah.
of another tree now. So now we have to
Yeah.
integrate the very lowest parts of ourselves and just be at
Keep
home with the
doing.
world and chill with family, with the dogs and fucking, like it's all
Yeah.
good. And
That's
it's good
right.
because we get an
Exactly.
opportunity to rebuild our first
Yeah.
house or the bottom of the tree from the
Hmm.
bottom up. So it becomes a foundation for all the trauma that we experience in our lives growing up, obviously. And that is then humility of the fucking
Wow.
just being the shittest thing. Like if you're just the shittest person in the room, I don't know how you fucking measure it. There's no real fucking, but in like a spiritual sense, it's good to just be like, okay, I don't know anything. This is over my head, and but then when you do that, you're in pure reception,
Exactly.
and the wisdom will just like smash into you, like it's fucking hectic. The more we
So
try and
true.
stay to the top of the first tree, we're
Hmm.
basically saying that we're full. We're
Yeah.
we're good for wisdom, bro. Yeah,
Wow.
it
That's
always
so
happens. It
wise.
rises and falls. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That resonates so much.
yeah, yeah. In the Kabbalah, in the Hebrew mysticism, the trees are kind of interlinked in a certain way that, like, when you do go up to say like the heart chakra, I guess, of the first tree, you're at the bottom of the Yeshua Jesus kind of character. So his
Hmm.
feet kind of reach down to say like the heart chakra of the lowest kind of tree. It's all, and then there's a left and a right and this and that. But yeah, it shows you how we are linked to like
Connected.
a lot
Yeah.
of different. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Very cool.
yeah.
I love that.
Mm. Yeah, the masculine side of the feminine. is linked to the feminine side of the masculine.
Mhm.
And I feel like that happens in people, really.
Well, our
And
left
the
brain.
pure genders, the masculine of the masculine and the feminine of the feminine, like the most pure versions of ourselves, they actually need to be free. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they're free to maximize what they're good at, but then they kind of meet up and interlink in like a kind of yeah, we need to be there for each other, like with our weaknesses type of thing.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I had a friend on Facebook before I changed. I created a new one and called myself Mother Lover. However,
Mhm.
her name was Catherine Tripp with two P's, and she was sending me so much about the Kabbalah or whatever. Every day she would send me a new passage, and I feel that she's not on Facebook anymore because she found her twin flame in her dreams, and she managed to connect with him on a like a imaginary state in through dreams,
Yeah.
and also know where he was physically in the world. So they would go to bed at the same time, just so they would fall into a dream
In sync.
together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, just to connect with her if she actually is on social media or what's happening, because
Yeah.
it's very relative for and
Yeah.
helpful to have someone who's doing the same kind of teachings in their life,
Yep. Yeah. A lot of the Kabbalah is about
integrating it. Hmm.
twin flame type of things. It's
Yeah.
about it effectively is a twin flame teaching
Hmm.
is the Kabbalah. When you really look into it, you're like, fuck, there's a lot of carry on between like, the masculine and feminine dance. You realize that's actually kind of the whole thing. The tree of life is its the middle path. But yes.
Hmm.
I just realized we're fucking recording. Interesting.
Yeah.
I have to speak properly and
Yeah. Present ourselves very professionally.
present ourselves well. Yep. Hello,
Nah,
Michael. How
I
are you
don't.
today? What would you like to discuss on this super professional video?
Daniel, your sarcastic insinuations are highly obnoxious to my superior intellect.
You guys are silly ass.
We're being silly.
You're silly. I'm just sorting out
Silly
clothes. Like I'm still
Jane.
unpacking boxes and everything. Like
All good.
the stuff is getting full.
I think I've got the giggles now. That's good.
Same. That's funny. That was funny.
My
Yeah,
belly's
good,
filling with
good, good,
laughter.
good vibes, Michael.
Yeah.
Where are you, Michael?
I'm home. I've just peeled a mango open with my bare hands and I'm about to suck it all down.
That's a good idea. I've got two mangoes in the fridge. I might go get a mango.
Oh, how good is it out of the fridge? Wow.
Yeah.
It's just dripping all over me. And I'm gonna just suck this down live. I mean, recorded. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
So get ready.
Yay.
Mm, mm. I'm eating the pip part first,
Ooh.
and then I'm gonna cut it into cubes because I love that. Eternal, organic, whole,
Good
pure, and
stuff.
real. Love and light in every bite.
I was,
Thank you for this delight. We've hit a low
lit
point.
at the
Whoever's
moment.
Oh,
Don't know
we
if you've met
missed
Elaine,
that.
Michael, but she
Daniel,
was.
Daniel,
Oh,
Daniel, we missed that
oh,
because we lost your microphone for a sec. You covered it or something.
gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I have to stay on the Zoom link to be heard. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was saying one of our mutual friends. Oh no, she might not be friend. Elaine is really lit right now. If you go onto
Mm,
her page, it's heart activation. I'm pretty sure
mm.
on um TikTok. But yeah, she was talking about gratitude today, and she was saying that gratitude is something that we should aim to embody fully as like a state of
Yes.
being.
Hmm.
instead of something that we say. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. It's like,
Hmm.
no, you gotta like really try to embrace the whole, sit with it, and like really think about what it even means to actually be in gratitude.
Hmm.
And try to like
A
carry
way
that.
to, yeah, I agree. I do it every day. Um, the way it's done for me is I say I am gratitude, or I'm divine gratitude experiencing being grateful. Now, what
Yep.
that kind of manifests into my reality is when I see a leaf on the concrete and I'm walking on my path, I pick the leaf up and I put it back on the grass.
Yep.
Now, I can't collect every single bit of earth on the
Yeah.
concrete and the road, but
But
what I can
yeah.
do is the most I can do is when I'm walking and it's alongside my where my feet go, then I can pick it up. Like I've got a piece of rubbish in my back pocket I just rehearted. I need to throw that in the bin soon. But the whole point of it is what actions are we taking to show that we are
Yeah.
grateful?
Exactly. It's an
Because
action. It
then,
becomes a verb, something that we do, not something that
yeah, and
we
something
attribute to our
we
character.
be, something we be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
That's the
more
same
we are
for love. That's the same
grateful,
for a lot of things.
yeah, it's all the same for the same divine traits, and there's 73 of them that we
Mm.
embody, that we can
Ooh.
embody. And gratitude is basically you don't get anything other than gratitude back. So if you're
Yep.
prepared to be grateful and then get more things to be grateful for, then all
Mm.
you are is just being grateful constantly. And it becomes a
Yeah.
meditative state that we're in from when we rise in the morning to when we go to conscious rest. Now,
Yep.
I'm a big advocate for gratitude because I've embodied it and I embody
Yeah.
it daily. And it starts off with grounding. You send the energy of gratitude from your feet or your hands in the morning when you wake up.
Hmm.
You breathe, be grateful for the
Hmm.
air, be grateful for
Hmm.
all the elements, especially fire that lights our cigarettes.
Hmm.
And that's what my next kind of feat, my next goal is to achieve being grateful with fire. Because
Oh.
not only is not only is my auntie in Aries a fire sign, but when I think of fire, I think of her. Now, I've always
Hmm.
had moments where I thought my auntie, my earth auntie on my dad's side, is my twin flame, and the creator's having a massive joke with me because it's
Hmm.
blood related. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's not that. It's just basically an embodiment of like you can't have any element without another element. You can't start a fire
Yeah.
without earth. You can't start a fire without air. You can't put out a fire without water, right? You can't have the crackling and the embers fly into the spirit, the ether, without
Yeah.
having the fire lit. You know what I mean? So they're all
Hmm.
entangled into each other. And I think gratitude is where we begin our connection with those elements on a big heartful level because when we are grateful, we can extend that gratitude to a single thing like the earth being so multidimensional, or we can multidimensionality ourselves into elements, into people, into ourselves, into God, this
Hmm.
anything,
Yeah.
every all we can embody this, and
Yeah.
start to practice that gratitude isn't something we're
Because
going to get like lucky from or we're going to get
no.
something out of it. All we're going to get is gratitude, more great
Yeah.
things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, we've all been blessed, and we are all constantly blessed. But if we are going in with the attitude that what
The
you have
attitude
given
of
me, God,
gratitude.
is not really good enough, and I'm not happy with it, and then we're not
Mm,
doing anything to change these circumstances,
mm-hmm,
what it does energetically is it says, well, I've tried my best. I
mm-hmm.
can't help you. You know what I mean? So then we actually do get less blessings, but we're stating our comfortability with like this acceptance of lack. So like if it's only when we act on something that we can ever change the circumstance, you know what I mean? So if we say,
Yeah.
you know what, I want to make what I have in my life even more beautiful, you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
try to see, like the blessing that they are. Because it's a nice way to be. Everyone around you is going to feel that and be like, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? And then it becomes like more of a flow, you know. Yeah.
Mm.
Light makes more light, makes more light. You become like a candle, which kind of like can light up many other candles until it
Yeah,
gets to a point where
exactly.
it's like, fuck, this is lit, you know? Yeah.
And it all starts from your
Yeah.
own experience. Like, if you don't know what being grateful is, you've got to start with yourself. You have to stand in the mirror,
Yeah.
look yourself into the soul, into the eyes, and
Yeah.
tell yourself, thank you, me, or thank you, Michael, or thank you,
Yeah.
Daniel, or thank you, Emily.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
me
You deserve to be
because,
happy.
yeah, and happiness is, it doesn't cost anything. Is that exactly the same as gratitude?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we
Beautiful.
stand in the mirror and we love ourselves more, then it comes back to um, like a good mantra to have is I loved myself enough that I was grateful in the mirror. That's one example.
Yeah.
I loved myself because I went for a walk with the dog. I loved myself enough
Yeah.
because I was able to speak my truth today, and today's
Yeah.
throat chakra day. That kind of energy, that attitude allows us to be in love and gratitude with ourselves first.
Mhm.
Therefore, we can share that with others.
Yeah.
And we
Definitely.
know
Definitely.
truly what gratitude is. The energy of
Because yeah,
gratitude.
because gratitude is that abundant flow, and you never run out of it. So you may as well just give it away.
Hmm.
And yeah.
Exactly like all the divine traits, like unconditional love is the same. When you're unconditionally loving yourself first, you fill up your own cup to outpour onto others. And then when you share it with others, you see that it's real and it didn't cost you money. It's innately
Yeah.
within us already. So whatever we could ever
Yeah.
want, need, or desire is within us already. There's
Yeah.
nothing on the
We came into
external
this
that's
world deserving to be loved.
perfect. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
We've
and
all got
that
shit. We've
means
all got
we're
like little kinks and fucking traumas and this type of thing, but um that's almost so that like other people can find a resonance with our spirit because we've all been through hardship, and it's actually the being blessed and the healing, which is like the beautiful aspect of life, the
that
returning to
unifies us all.
purity.
That's right.
Yeah, because the redemption story, the comeback story, that's why you
Mm.
watch a movie. You don't watch a movie to see everyone laugh and sing for fucking 2 hours, do you? No.
Or
It
die
has to
or
have some
die and
element
get
of
and get like you don't see people dying forever in the movie either. You see the
no,
hero come back,
exactly.
the
Yep.
villain gets
Yep.
caught and
Hmm.
goes away, and the loving people, whether they're superheroes or a mixture of humans as well, they always end up on top. You know.
Yep. Exactly. The ultimate good of it all is generally lean toward good. Like there's still a and we all know that, like love is just feels right. The feeling joy and laughing and this type of
Yeah,
thing. It would be a
connection.
really strange situation if like the goal of life was to be pious and, stick to, customs and traditions and,
Well, that's what the ways of the world
fucking, I
does
don't
to
know.
us as well. When we have
Yeah.
a lot of money, we start to adapt to having a lot of money. So then we spend money to make us grateful. We spend money to make us happy. We spend money to make
Yeah.
us more loved, And in the end, these rich people who don't think about a dollar in their life, they're so full of abundance of money. They therefore
Yeah.
sit in their towers so lonely and
Yeah.
sad and
Yeah.
upset because they don't have the substance that comes with not having money. Like
Yeah.
not having
Yeah.
money is a blessing because
More money, yeah.
we're
Like
able to be like stoked in that lack consciousness to
yeah.
therefore pick ourselves up from the ground and be able to walk even with the rich people, like even if it's you're
Yeah.
just faking it to make it. You've spent your whole paycheck on an outfit and you've gone out, you're going to be happy that
Yeah.
you did that. You're not going to just regret it, and sit there. You're going
Yeah.
to mix in with the crowd. You're going to have a great time. And if you put a stain, like a wine stain, on that white outfit, you're not going to
Yeah.
get upset, but maybe you would
Yeah.
because you put so much effort into that and you used your whole
Yeah.
pay and blah, blah, blah. But the whole point is that money can't buy divine traits. And these
No.
divine traits must be realized within us that, hey, I can be happy without having a full pay in my bank account. I can be happy with, anything. I don't need anything external
Yeah.
to manage my reality, because I manage my
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've always never had money and then got lucky with my job and fell into having abundance for the first time. It was about a
That's
year
right.
into like, oh, actually maybe less, but into getting a good job. And then I loved bling, bro. I loved having jewelry and like having the best shoes and this type of thing. And I finally got like to a point where I was like, this gold bracelet is probably going to be the final thing I can get before it's going to look a bit too much. And I bought it, and it just like that moment like collapsed on me. I was like, that was really, really stupid. I can't believe I spent like $1,000 on this stupid bracelet because now it immediately feels like a curse, something that I
Oh,
should just
okay.
get rid of. But then I'm like, no, 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 just sit with it and just wear it, proudly as
Yeah.
like a kind of symbol of like all you have left like that world behind and that type of thing. But yeah, it doesn't make you happy at all. It's
No.
just there, but it's good to be able to be charitable and that type of thing. But
Hmm.
it affects personal interactions because you're always in the back of your head thinking, like, is it just money? You know what I mean? And also when you
Mm.
give, it places a burden of expectation on people. And that's a
Hmm.
bit of it's not pleasant because it adds shame to the interaction and
Yeah. It's
it
not
just doesn't flow
wholehearted.
very well. Yeah. And
Mm.
also you can't go back to the hood. You can't go back to the hood because you'll probably get robbed. And like that's sad because the hood's like it's like a really cool place. Like
Mm.
there's so much love there. So it's a spin out. And it's just like, well, do I give it all away? It's like, well, probably by the end of your life, maybe.
Mm.
But yeah,
Like I
uh,
found a 1980. I don't know if I shared this a week ago, but it was roughly over about a week ago. I was walking from McDonald's back home, and I decided to go a different way, and it was about a minute longer. But what was I went through was like a section where there's a footpath between houses to get to the next street. Anyway, there was crows, and they were all crowing with their crow beaks and very loud. And I had my Macca's bag because I got, I think, 20 nuggets, but I didn't eat them all. So I
yeah,
started chewing on the nuggets and breaking them up while I was walking, and I chucked them on the grass, and they immediately flew down and started eating the nuggets. And then
yeah,
there was a bit of rubbish. I picked it up, blah blah. And then next thing you know, I turned the corner from into the next street, and there was a $5 coin from 1988 on the ground. $5 coin.
real. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Yes, when you give, you get like almost immediately.
yeah.
Apparently like the best thing you can do to make money is give away money. Like it's
Because it's
crazy.
not
Yeah,
it's not the first time I've picked up rubbish. It's not the first time I've fed the birds, but I feel that, and I also was picking up nature and putting it back where it belongs.
yeah,
And that karma, that law of
yeah,
karma came into fruition. It's like, here, Michael, here's your gift from all those
yeah,
little leaves you picked up, from all that
yeah,
rubbish you picked up, from all the birds you
yeah,
fed, all the people you've helped, all that stuff, it all rolled into one. But this coin isn't worth much. It's worth $20 on eBay, right?
yeah.
And but it's when the Parliament House in Canberra was built in 1988. It opened, right?
That's yeah.
And my dad, he collects coins. So what I did was I gifted it straight to my dad when I got home,
More
so he can
gifting.
collect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And your
it
dad is
wasn't
going
because,
to be so stoked with that, and you'll get like
yeah,
abundance of
he
like he
loves
will tell
it
that story
because,
to people and shit. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So, and for me, I
yeah,
don't really, because I would have just sold it and got the money for it. So my dad, he'll appreciate it, because he
yeah.
collects coins. Yeah. So,
That's so good.
yeah, I've
Love
got
it.
a photo of it. I
That's
can
the
send it.
magical element to God basically. It's like yeah, I get that like there's the story and the this and that, but like sometimes it is actually just like you're fucking playing with me. You're doing like magic in my sight. You know what I mean? Like it's like full on when you get those like Yeah, very lived experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's when
just the
before I left the
living
hospital
aspect.
recently, they said to me I should work as a support worker and be paid for it. I would be great at that.
Mm. Yeah,
And
should.
they had job openings coming up, and I felt, nah, I've already got a job. My next kind of goal is to move into the Northern Territory and start in South Australia in the countryside before Northern Territory, and just start terraforming the desert. So that's my lifelong goal. My lifelong dream is to terraform Australia, the desert, into greenery,
You should.
to
You
living
should
life.
look into support work though, because I think yeah, you just have a natural inclination to, good spirit, honestly. That's probably what I have to say. So, and I'm a sport worker, and you're similar. You'd be the type of
Yeah.
character that would be good for just taking people out for events and little hangouts, and like, you got a bubbly spirit, and would that's
Mhm.
kind of all it is, really. So maybe
Thank you.
consider it. I would fucking, yeah,
Yeah,
you could
I
definitely do
could,
that
but
job good.
I already have a job, and I feel that there would
Yeah,
only be a couple of hours a day anyway. But I already have a job, and I love what I do, so I never work a day in my life, and I don't want to
yeah,
really put any burdens or any extra things in the way
yeah,
that are going to affect my job already. Because
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah,
my mate at work, Steve, we're only three of us. There's Joe the boss, there's Steve, and there's me. Now and the pay lady. But there's only us three that do the physical work and stuff. And what he says to me, he says, "Don't rush on coming back. We care about more about you than the job. But you are the best
yeah.
worker I've ever seen work here. Blah blah blah." And I've never received this kind of like
Oh,
praise before, and just
that's so
to
good.
kind of put the energy into support work, I'm not ready for that. Maybe in 6 months I could do both
Fair
jobs,
enough.
but I'm just not
Yeah.
ready to kind of juggle that at the moment. But thank you. I will consider it.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Because yeah, you're needed in that, and then when you meet people, when you're delivering your stuff, you can give them joy. You know what I mean? So you're
Yeah, like
interacting with more people
I
that way.
started one of the ideas I came up with because we reuse our boxes that we empty. Like say someone orders 4 kilos of bananas and there's 4 kilos left in the box, we'll use that empty box to fill up what their order is. We'll add, cherries or
Hmm.
herbs or whatever, potatoes, whatever else they order in that banana box because it was empty.
Hmm.
And then we put our labels on it so we know who's it going to, and then we put it in the van and deliver it. So
Yeah.
what I come up with was when we deliver the boxes and they empty them at the restaurant, why don't we
Mm.
offer the chef that instead of breaking them down and throwing them in the recycle bin, why don't we get them back and
Yeah.
reuse them again? And
Yeah.
then now pretty much all the customers who we've got the full order for, they
Yeah.
actually they're actually giving us the boxes back. They leave them outside when they're not open. They put them in certain places, and we know where they go. And now we're never out of boxes because most of the
Yeah.
time we
You're
will
getting a
run it.
constant
We'll
resupply.
Yeah, so we'll never run out of boxes. So it's amazing, and I hope the idea is still in effect when I get back because I feel I'm getting
So
starting
good.
back on Wednesday morning.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good that they listened to you and thought, yep, that's a good idea. It's good
Well,
that they
it
have
it helps
autonomy.
it helps them out from not filling their bin up with all the cardboard and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can save
Yeah.
it for something else. That's why they see it that
And where
way.
do
And
they
they're like,
get the boxes from? They'd have to constantly order new boxes, wouldn't they?
well, the boxes come from the market when we order the fresh stock in the morning. So the
Okay.
boxes, say there's a box of cauliflower, there's 10 cauliflower in there. And then say we have 10 orders and they all order one cauliflower each, that empty box, we'll tape it up and then
Yeah.
do the next order with, you know what I mean? And that next order might fit
Yeah.
the whole order in one box. And that's amazing because, we've only had
Mm.
to use one box, you know, and that order
Whereas
might
previously
cost.
that box just would have gone in the waste. Like it would have just gone to the tip, would it? Probably.
Well,
It's like a massive
we
fucking,
naturally reuse our own boxes, but when that one box
yeah.
goes to say a restaurant, they'll break it down and throw it in the bin. So we told
Yeah,
them, don't break them down. We'll collect them, and reuse them.
yeah.
And it's not hard to put another label over the old label as well. So we don't really have to stress about too much like that.
Yeah. Especially those cauliflower boxes, they're massive. They're so chunky and fucking. It's like that would have a value, you know? I could use that
They're
box
they're
like
actually
maybe
called wax
a
boxes,
hundred
the
times.
cauliflower. Yeah.
Yeah, it's special. Yeah, I know.
So
I used to
they
work
they
at a distribution
actually
center, so I got knowledge of the
oh yeah.
boxes.
Yeah.
They're very easy to stack, those ones.
Hey Em.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
Hi. I love your
hey.
colored light.
Thanks. Yeah, Noah gave it to me for my birthday.
Nice. I've got a ring, like it's a circle one.
Yeah,
I can show you a bit later. Yeah.
cool.
So I'm just smoking on this Zoom, so wouldn't normally out of professionalism, but I'm just gonna throw that out the window on this first one.
That's fine. You can smoke. We used to smoke bongs on here.
Mm.
I don't know why this is
Whatever
so.
I want.
Why do you think that's so white?
Why?
Mm.
Like how the TV's white. I've been trying to work out how to
Yeah, it's the
change
brightness. You need to turn the brightness down.
the brightness.
Yeah, or
Maybe.
the contrast or something. I
Yeah.
can see it now, see it better now
Yeah.
because it's darker. Yeah, you need
Uh,
to drop the brightness, I'd say.
I think it's a contrast.
Could be a mixture, yeah. Dan, are you coming in video or
No, 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 no. Maybe,
why not?
maybe. I've got to do my hair. I've got to do my hair and my makeup and fucking this and that. I'll
I
get
can
there.
help you with that.
Yeah, sick.
I used to
My
I
mum
used to
do.
do hairdressing.
Yeah,
I
did
used to
you?
be
Do
a
you
hair
really?
yeah. I did it for my
Sick.
mates. I used to color their hair, cut their hair, but only men's stuff. I can't
Yeah,
do any women's stuff.
yeah, because it's pretty. Like I've cut my hair before, and like it's just a matter of attention and like I mean, if you
Yeah,
don't
it
like the look
is.
of it, then change it. You know, like it's
Attention to
took me a
detail.
really long time, but yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's sick. But I did that recently, and then I just fucking shaved it all. So I got a shaved head now. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
my auntie wants me to shave my head, but I've got this receding kind of hairline, and I
Yeah.
don't have a forehead. I have more like a 5 or 6 head. So,
Yeah. Ah, looks good.
like, I salute. If I was in the army, I'd have to salute up here.
Where are you, in a shed or in a caravan?
I'm in the shed. Does it look like a caravan?
No, I just was thinking maybe you're in like a unit or like a mobile home or something for some
No,
reason.
I'm in the shed. It's a 5 car garage or 6 car garage, so it's pretty big. It's got a lot
Oh,
of
hectic.
storage in there. Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
And if anyone wants to
Nice.
know, this couch is for sale. Okay.
How much is it for sale for?
Well, whatever you
Anyone
think it's
watching, they might see it and be like, "Ooh."
whatever you think it's worth, you can pay. That's what I was going to do if I ever went homeless. I was going to put a chair with a sign saying haircuts at whatever you think it's worth. So at the end of the haircut, if they loved it, they might give me, a lolly or $10 or $20. But if they hated it, they could just walk off. You know,
Yeah.
because it's worth nothing or whatever. But yeah,
Yay, I'm so glad we got Zoom up.
yeah, I'm
It
wrapped.
feels
Thank
it
you.
feels like a breath of fresh air. I was on Zoom every day for about 6 years and
Yeah.
then just went like no social media, no like connection. It was more so the soul tribe, like connections and everything that I missed.
Mm.
And just being
Yeah,
able to sit
same.
and chill and like see how big the screen is. Like
Yeah.
I'm on a laptop. That's why it's so big for me. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I
made.
It's been
what I
interesting
did
awareness that'll
today,
come from.
I went to like a pawn shop. It's not cash converters, it's called Cash Traders or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's in Coburg. And you know the Sony headphones I had?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I swapped them for these Apple ones because I've got an
Oh,
Apple
cool.
phone anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
now
lost.
it works.
Yeah, it's so in sync. It's not funny. It's just like, yes, yes, it's so great.
That's cool.
And the Sony, they were just fucking falling out of my ears. They were turning off themselves. It was just like chaos. Yeah,
Mm.
so I feel much better now. Even though I lost $100, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Comes
when
go.
technology's not working, you don't have your sound set up and you can't hear or see people. It does get a bit frustrating, especially when, we rely on technology so much. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I rely on technology because at the drop of a hat, I don't need a phone. Like, don't I could go to the library and jump on a computer and chat with people that way. I don't really. It's not a necessity. Like what it is more of a privilege and a luxury to have a phone. Like I wanted to share with I did a social experiment on the train and I was approaching people with that. I'm like, this is a social experiment, blah blah. Anyway, they were young, they were
Mm.
in their teenagers, and I asked two groups of people, two girls and like three boys that were under 16, and I said, "Do you have Facebook Messenger?" And they go, "No." And I'm like, I freaked
Yeah.
out. I'm like, how don't they have Facebook Messenger? It's because their parents don't allow them to chat with people and make connections online. Yeah, it's so weird. And it's like, hang on, I was going to tell them about Meta AI, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They don't even have Messenger. And it's like, why?
They
You
must
know?
have a lot of like after school activities and like a good friend group and stuff
Yeah,
like that, I reckon, because if they didn't, then you would be really affecting your child in a negative way because you need a connection or it's like life
yeah.
is no good. But yeah, maybe they're just like lucky
I
in that
think
type of
they're
respect.
strict parents and they find that you can
Yeah.
connect with someone from like Mexico or, UK if you want on Facebook. So then that means they could have like a relationship with these people, a long distance one on video. We only had back in the day, I think we had MSN Messenger, we had Merc, and we had AOL, we had and
MySpace.
we could MySpace and Funky Sexy Cool, and we couldn't actually we could connect with people online from all over parts of the world, but the thing was we couldn't do calls and video chats, and I think that
Yeah.
would have been a real different kind of experience if we could, because yeah, I think having a pen pal can turn into a sexual relationship, and that because it did with me. I remember having phone sex from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. on Optus free time, you know. Not the whole time, but you know what I mean? Like you would fall asleep with your missus on the phone and then wake up and you hear her snoring and it's like, hey, wake up, we've got to go to school,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
And
cute.
I
that
wonder
kind
what
of
the effects of it are. Like, what is missing from the actual, like, is it the energetics of just being in the fucking energy space? Like, because there is like a physical real world, you know what I mean? Like, is that kind
well,
of
I
like
think it's an
because like
overbearing
your
sense of
heart has a
caring.
certain kind of vibration and you have to like, you'll be able to tell just like how they react in like a physical sense. Like, because there's going to be a lot of these like connections occur
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it'll be a new thing for people to get used to because it would have like never ever happened before. And
Hmm.
yeah,
It's just another way for parents to have
yeah,
safety or confidence on their children. It's it's just so they can not be too into the external, I'd say, and it's strict parents just trying to care for their children a little bit
mm,
overbearing, and they
yeah,
might have these
yeah,
rules in place. You can't get Facebook until you're 18 or 16 or 17, and that will help them be more independent in their own lives instead of being codependent on others, I guess. Mm.
yeah. You can become hyper rebellious as well if you overly you know, got too much order and discipline in your lives, too much interference.
Yeah, it can be
'Cause, yeah,
helpful to set the person, like a child, straight and kind of just get them on the right kind of
Yeah,
wavelength
there was
within
definitely
themselves.
direction and um like a nudge of momentum towards Ivy today, and like that hadn't come
Okay.
through. Like I've been really just saying the ways of the world really slack in regards to my parenting, like just letting them do pretty much whatever they want, which they're really good kids. Like they go to bed at the right time, and like, you know, Ivy likes to go to school or whatever. But
Mm,
it's just an energetic thing. It was just an energetic thing. So I was just like, it was like a sloth energy, like a sluggish energy. And I'm just like, was like directing Ivy out of it today because I was not putting up
mm,
with it. There's too many
yeah,
people out in Kmart. It was Black Friday, so it was like so hard to
that's
find a good.
right. Mm.
But it was
And the shops are open late tonight as well.
true.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty hectic out there. Heckers for techers.
Kids certainly like boundaries and discipline and rules. Like they're kind of seeking it the whole time.
Yeah,
Some
They
they
want to
people,
know
appreciate
how the
it.
world works. So
They
some
it's
love
never a
it,
appreciate.
some
bad
hate
thing.
it.
Often not a bad thing to yeah, teach them the value of why that rule exists, and then they'll froth it. They'll be like, yeah, this is it, good information,
Profit.
as opposed to
That's
like,
true.
yeah,
Show us your
I'm just going to
backyard.
what
ground.
would you do if you could do whatever you want? It's like, well, I don't really know.
I feel the interference that parents have on their children is very prevalent or very important to realize in their lives that they can actually interfere too much and
Yeah.
with
Mhm.
rules and strict guidelines and the rest of it. Whereas me, for a parent, I probably wouldn't bring a child into this world just yet, only because it's very chaotic and dense. But if I did bring a child into this earth, a masculine, I would call him Joy. And I
Oh,
would not interfere. I would ask questions constantly. I'll be like, why are you crying? Or why are you happy? Do you want to be
Mm.
baptized? Do you want,
Mhm.
chicken for dinner? I
Yeah,
would
why
just
can't you
keep
talk to them like that? Like they're
asking.
actually smarter than us, and like
I
they can
would just
learn new
ask
information
them.
much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And then I would ask them, do you want to go to school like a normal child, or do you want to be homeschooled? Do you want me to come to school with you? These
I
types of prompting questions,
can just
right, would
imagine you like
be the
going into the school just saying, my son, has
my
requires
son
me
Joy.
present. Yeah, my son Joy requires me present today. I'll just sit here. I won't say this out.
It would work. It
It would
would
work,
work.
he says. Maybe.
it opens up more questions because you have to explain why you still have to go to school. You know what I mean? And then that is why they would go, I actually do want to go to school,
You could
Dad,
homeschool
because
them
that
though. That's what I
is,
mean. Like homeschooling is an option, and many people do
Mm,
it successfully. Like it's just a lot. It would be a lot to homeschool your kids. Like you couldn't have a job.
mm. Yeah,
You'd have to work.
they even have high school at online now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin Taylor, she takes medication for something, and basically she doesn't like to go to school physically, so she applied for an online school and she got it, and they only go physically into the school on social days.
all right, okay. That's good.
Yeah,
They
it's
get
very
to a
interesting.
social
That's
day.
that's
Yeah,
the ring light.
nice.
That's the ring light I've got.
Oh, that's cool. I think Ivy has
Ooh,
one like that actually.
nice.
That's
Yeah, I think
awesome.
it's
I
from
love that,
I
Michael.
think it's from Kmart.
Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing.
that's my bed. This is my room.
Okay.
My
Cool.
bedroom.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll turn that off because my dad will crack it. It's just so cracky. Oh, I received this as a gift today. I'll show you these gifts. I can't turn the camera, so I'll just like suss this ring out.
Oh wow. Very
Yeah,
fancy.
Oh wow.
That's
What
I
nice.
feel
That's
it.
very
What
nice.
it says, what it
what type
actually
of writing
says
is it?
in.
Can you take a
I
picture?
think it's Buddhist. Yeah, I'll take a picture when I can later. I think it actually says
Alara,
Om.
bro.
It says Om Mani Padme Hum,
Hmm.
which is a each
That's
syllable carries its
the
own
yeah.
meaning and holds a deep significance in both Hinduism and Buddhism, and due to its ability to heal one's body,
Mm.
mind, and soul. And I
Yes, I
also
love
got,
this. I love this. That's the actual thing I'm pointing at. It's like the actual sounds of the vowels and everything. It's like very fucking important,
yeah,
apparently. The
and I got this 24
apparently
affirmations
there's 13
as well.
vowels.
That's lovely, Michael.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull one now and read it.
Oh, cool.
I've I've looked at the first one, so I'm gonna pull one from the middle. What have I got here? Wow, the artwork is amazing. That's the back of the card,
Hmm.
and that's the front of the card. I'll just read it. Don't ever save anything for a special occasion. Being alive is a special occasion. Wow,
Mhm.
so true.
Good.
And
So
this, like
good.
today, I saw like the Zoom link, and I'm like, wow, what a special day. But just being alive is special. It's so true. Like if we say force the Zooms, right, it won't happen. And
Yeah.
because we've just been excited to hear that, Emily, that you have been wanting to build the Zoom up, I've let it go. You know what I mean? I haven't been thinking about it. Oh, is she going to do it? Oh, should I gift to her
It's
the
so
money I've
helpful
got?
because we could go live at any point. If we have like someone has a message coming through, we could say, "Oh, let's go
Mm,
live," or even
yeah,
just
it is.
hanging
It's so
out.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah, or just hanging out. Exactly. Yeah, so true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I usually put up like everything, no matter whether we even. Actually, I gotta watch like the sound though. I get monetized if I have songs on.
Yeah, you can only play like 30 seconds, then you got to turn it off.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta
Yeah, you
remember
can
that because my
play
other YouTube channel got shut down because of that because I did too much like mon
copyright.
copyright. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when Jason came live with me the first time, like he had the radio playing in the background. I said we're gonna get shut down, and I got kicked off YouTube for a week.
Yeah.
I
What
was
you
like,
do is, right, if you tell YouTube that you want to put the song in, then I think you can, and then they promote it as a copyright song that's in the
"Hmm?
transcript of the video. But
Yeah,
also, what you do is you find the instrumentals to those songs by searching YouTube. You play the instrumental and sing yourself. Then they can't shut you down.
yeah." You're doing a cover of it or something.
Yeah, you do your own cover, but you use their instrumental. So, because the instrumental isn't copyrighted, but it might be actually, you need to
Yeah,
check the actual information on the song. But if it's not copyrighted, it's just someone's posted it and they don't have an official instrumental, you can use that and sing yourself. I know it doesn't sound like as good as listening to someone's song, but still, it's more unique than actually using the copyrighted songs. Yeah, and this is the terrarium going really strong.
yeah. Going really strong.
And yeah, that's about it that I really want to show. So I'll go back in the garage. Yeah. So Dan, just
Mhm.
for your awareness, if you do want me to do your makeup, I'm going to use things like beetroot for blush on your cheeks. I'm going to use like flowers. I'm going to crush them up and use the
Hell yeah.
sunflowers and make your hair all
Whatever
yellow.
you're thinking, make me look most pretty, bro. That would just be just great. Yeah, I've worn makeup a little bit before. I've actually worn makeup just as a thing, like having like
You know what I might do? New
it's like a
Year's.
light fucking what's it called? It's like a foundation or something. You just put it
Mm,
around like if you got like sunburn or whatever. It's like a
yeah.
fucking if you can get the right color, it's like just a little bit better than
I'm
makes you look
gonna.
good.
I noticed
And
I can
you can't
align
tell
my
that you're wearing makeup.
energetics on here.
Okay.
Is that?
I can align my energetics on here because I see how my body's like leaning, whether it's leaning like this way or that way. and
Yeah.
like it's opposite way, so it's like weird. And I'm like, oh, I
Oh
need
yeah,
more.
you can change that. I think mirror your camera or
Yeah,
something. It
no, but
has
it's
to be
good
in
because
settings.
it's like a stretch. It's like an energetic stretch, like to move the heads.
Yeah. I want to wear makeup on New Year's Eve, and I want to
Do
dress
it.
up. I want to dress up though. I want to wear these. You reckon this will be over the top? These are peacock feathers.
Ah, ah.
I have a big peacock
Reckon
image in my lounge room actually, and
I
yeah, a
love
channel message
peacocks.
came through the other day. The peacock is very strong.
Hmm.
How? What is it? Like a you wear it on your back?
Yeah, like an angel wings. Because for Halloween, I dressed up as Archangel Michael.
Oh, really? Where's the
Yeah,
wings?
I had white wings. I don't know where they are, but hang on a sec. I used this sword and shield, and I basically walked from my house to no, from the car park in the leisure center. It was just this medieval playset. It doesn't
Yep.
have the sword and stuff yet. I don't know where they've gone since I've been in hospital, but they're not here anymore. And yeah, I bought a whole heap of stuff. Instead of gifting the children treats like lollies and they have wrappers around them, blah blah. I had like I spent like $80 at the bargain shop, and I brought things like pipe cleaners, to hand out for Halloween, and sparklers and bells, these little bells, and gave them like gifts like that instead of giving them sweets. And like there's a ring in here, like just gifting them things like that is just from like toys basically. And I felt that was so grander than giving them like sweets that have sugar in them and the rest of it, because they would normally get that from most people. But I don't know, just had a grand idea to give them toys this year. But no one actually rocked up at our house and knocked on the door, which I found
I
was
know.
weird. And dropping all the bells everywhere. I got these as well. Look at these alien slingshots.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, still in the packet. What I'm gonna do is light my ciggy with this sparkler. Ready? How come it's not lighting? What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Nice. Woo! Happy New Year! That's different. Nice. It's lit. It's lit.
Yay.
Woohoo! Happy 2025. 10, 9, 8, 7. I can't wait for New Year's because I'm going out with my auntie. It's going to be so fabulous.
Going to be
That
grand.
going to be grand, indeed. That
Yeah, that's
that really hard to me a Family Guy as the dad, American Dad. Sorry, right, really hard to
yeah.
me of American Dad. That's so grand. Indeed, it's grand. Yes, let's go jump in our golf buggy and go hit 9 holes.
Okay, so we've got that set up. That's plugged in.
Come on, Dan, show your face.
Nope.
Come on, show your
Nope.
face.
No. No. No.
I've
No.
got
No. No.
toys. I've got tricks up my sleeve. Come on, buddy.
No. No. No.
Don't be
I'll
shy.
have a
Come
look at my
on.
face then. No. No.
Don't be
I'll get
shy.
there.
Come on.
No. I
Well,
will next
hopefully
time.
you
Next time.
evolve through this shyness, this timidness, and you come open your
Yeah.
heart up to the possibility that, hey, I'm beautiful and worthy of all love is. So I'm going to show my
Hmm.
face.
Yeah. There's a something or other.
Yeah, I feel very
Doing a
I feel
stretch there, Em?
what?
Doing a stretch?
Yeah, I'm very relaxed. Yeah, it's just
Sorry to
everything's
cut you
been
off.
flowing and like spirit is running through very smoothly. So it's
That's
a
good.
blessing.
That's good. It's still bright, the screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm hiding. Half hiding. Because I feel it. Like it's like the double split experiment when something has an observation on it. It changes. Like I feel it. It's not
Oh,
Daniela.
Daniel's
Where
gone.
did you go?
Daniela.
Daniela. It's this feminine aspect. Wonder if I move it like I
You
don't
know what
know
you
why.
have to do? You need to adjust the camera settings in Zoom app
Okay.
to like lower the contrast or the brightness or something, or like what is it? The you know when you're on your iPhone and you press the screen and it comes up with a square.
Yeah.
That square, if you scroll up or down, it changes the contrast and you can see. Like I'm pretty sure Zoom will have a similar setting that you can kind of do. I can see bits of it now, but it's mainly
Adjust
very
below
bright.
light.
Oh yeah, you can
Adjust
see it
below
much better
light.
now.
Better.
It's much better. I can see it.
Portrait lighting? No. What about
Try a filter,
manual?
yeah. Try a filter over your camera. I've got one on. Makes me look more tanned. But if
Uh,
I,
okay. What about video?
well, let's
Mirroring a
drop the
video.
phone.
Video filters. Studio effects. I put eyebrows on. What?
Wow.
You can put
Yeah, I was
little
going
things.
through them before. Um,
I could do my
where
lip
are we?
color.
Background and effects. There we go. You can have a blurred video filters. Um, like there's this smiley face one. That's cool. I'm kind of in so much joy. Oh, it's
Yeah,
got
I don't know about
sunglasses.
that.
There we go. Pizza, pizza party hat, rainbow eyes. Yeah, that's a cool one. I'm gonna leave it on rainbow eyes. Oh God.
Interesting.
Now I see it. I see it good. When it's darker, it's good.
When it's darker.
Yeah, when the screen has black in it, you can see it
Okay.
easily. So
Good.
black background. Yeah, like that's really good. Now it's too bright. But that's good. Yeah. You know
Interesting.
what you do? You get a green screen and just do a mad filter from Zoom. Don't use your own TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have a background from what Zoom's got available, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because what are you playing YouTube songs on mute?
No, they're on. I just want to be able to like, maybe I would put a meditation image there or something, like,
Yeah,
a fountain with flowing water. I just want to be able to do that. But like I can move my camera and like have it like, like whatever, really.
yeah, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, no one else from our group is
No, I
jumping
didn't really
on.
share it. I didn't really share it out.
Oh, okay.
And it's not really the right time for Americans because they're asleep. Like a lot of the people that will be coming on are Americans. So like just gotta work it
Yeah,
out. I used to stay up to 4 a.m. like every night, which is not very good, but yeah,
yeah,
I'm just flowing. I think that was cool that me, you, and Daniel popped the cherry
me.
of
Yeah,
Zoom. It's a bit
nice.
rude, but uh don't know where
Bit
that came from.
taboo.
Yeah, a bit taboo. But yeah, no, Tyler and Katie and Josh, Nicholas, Michelle, Jois or Josie, whatever that Joseph man's name is. Like, there's been a few people that have Apollio, Eric, many people will hop on, Heather will hop on. It's just about, yeah, like, about it being divinely willed. Sometimes it would just like magically appear. We had 20 people on Zoom, we'd be live, and
Wow.
it's just like, aligns. Like, we don't really have a set time thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how we used to flow. Sometimes I would make like times and do like special things. Like, I would do guided meditations, and I'd say, everyone
Yeah.
come on, turn your sound off, and like, let's do a guided meditation.
Mm.
I'll do one, but yeah. Clearings, chakra clearings, activations, light language, letting people come on and play their music or something. Like, Nicholas plays the guitar and sings and stuff like that.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I love how it works. Really good. It's non-linear because everything we fucking see in the ways of the world is all linear, trying to be straight line or something. And yeah, you can't just put linear into spirituality because it's more like a roller coaster ride with no seatbelt. You know,
Yeah,
so you're not going to get straight lines. You're going to get curves and random things happening. So that's what it's basically brings the joy and gives everybody a chance to actually involve themselves and interact because we're not always perfect. We say we're going to connect in 5 minutes, and then 5 hours later we've connected. It's like just the way it works. So we've got to be open to everyone's kind of experience. Yeah. Well, I'm feeling to go a different place.
yeah.
Um,
Same
yeah,
thing.
but that was
All
cute.
right.
Little
That was
fox.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. Well, at any time, if anyone like wants to get on, just send it into the group, say Zoom sesh or something, question mark.
Yeah.
Just have a beautiful night.
Thank you all for showing up and watching this video, and we look forward to connecting with you. God bless.
Namaste. Amen. Bye.